appreciate AxelToss taking one for the team here. Not only did he make sure that we don't have the curse of the unanimous deaths, but he also made sure that at least one person predicted this right. Someone's right in this situation, either AxelToss or everybody else. Thanks, AxelToss. Vitality and Flipside, I'm excited.
Gotta appreciate the guy who jumps on the grenade for you. He's gonna set all the rest of them up nicely, but I can't necessarily disagree. Like, it's a tough decision to pick because Vitality has had their ups and downs. And as for Flipside, like, they did get a game earlier in the day. And even though, yes, Cookser put Cookser shots away, that's something that you can usually rely on. I think Mystic gets a lot of credit. He was fast to the ball. His recovery was great. He was setting up his teammates. The only question mark is Yukio. So if Yukio comes in, fits into that picture, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, I mean, if Cookser's not having to do all the carrying, if he can take some of the weight out of his backpack and be like, Mystic, hold this, and he's like, okay, cool, you know, like, I think Flipside's looking better right now than they have all season, so will they be able to take it to Vitality? Scrub Killer versus Cookser in the RLCS.
I mean, you're looking at, like, I know I'm looking at this lobby, this pregame lobby, and seeing, like, all the guys that are just kind of warming up, and it's like, you look at the titles. Grand finalist, world champion, grand finalist, like a lot of history with this lobby. So it'll be interesting to see how they battle out with these new rosters, although Flipside returning with a consistent one. Just a matter of if they can get Yukio involved. So he is going to be the one I look for on this match because the two I'm pretty confident in.
Key player to watch here, currently with ball control. It's taken away by Fairy Peak over to the side, now looking to set up Scrub. Quick's here, Mystic in the box on the defense here. Flipside in the blue, Vitality in the orange. So Mystic pass one, Fairy Peak with a shot towards the far post. It's wide. Scrub Killer now wrapping it back from the corner. Mystic will get it all the way down the field. Here comes Yukio, taken away by Pashy. Now back to the blue corner again. As Cookser sets up in net, Mystic looks to challenge early as Pashy takes it up the wall. Back out, here comes Fairy Peak. Cookser winning the challenge in the air. Ball's in midfield as Cookser has to rotate back here. Nice touch from Mystic, setting up Yukio. Scrub Kill is there, and he'll get it away. But now the follow-up from Mystic towards the goal. Fairy Peak sends it back into the corner. And a win here from Pashy, getting it over the top. Scrub Killer demolished across the field. That'll open up a momentary power play here. Mystic gets it past one, can't find the second, but the follow-up comes through, and Cookser scores. Flipside has the lead.
Great pass and play coming out from Flipside. Yukio just pops it up to Mystic, who's already there. And then just the follow-up. Cooks are able to put it away, but Yukio also in the right position. All these guys crashing on the box. It's the exact thing I'm looking to see out of Flipside early. And they strike first, only 57 seconds gone by. And some pretty solid offense coming out from Flipside.
So starting with that demolition. Gauging at the right time is a big part of it here. Is Fairy Peak's airborne, Mystic as well. Nobody really makes contact, and Pashy's able to find it, wrap it around the corner, tie up the game.
Hey, they said he's kind of sneaking away with it with cleanup, but he's shown that he can do it as well off a mistake from the back wall. Mystic just missing that, pushing it out. Pashy's just going to take that one and put it in. Tied back up, 3:49 left.
I believe it was Cooks there who was kind of the follow-up defender there for Flipside. So a narrow window created, and Pashy's able to thread the needle. Fairy Peak now off the ceiling, just falling straight back down. Pashy wins another challenge. Mystic comes up, across midfield. Scrub Killer lofting. And Mystic shot down. Yukio comes up. Putting pressure on Vitality in net. Scrub Killer now. Past one. Nope. Yukio gets it back across. Mystic and Cooks are very tightly positioned. They need to win this, and they can't really get it past Fairy Peak, and he gets it out to Scrub Killer. Now through the air. Yukio in the back makes the save, gets it away. And now Mystic looks for the transition, dropping it back down towards Cookser. He respects Fairy Peak, and the pass comes through. Oh my goodness, they nearly find it. Pashy can't get the follow-up shot immediately, and Scrub Killer will look to get it back out to him. Good challenge from Yukio. Retreating defense here. Fairy Peak gets the win. Drop down Mystic to Cooks here. It's wide, almost got the pass back up to him. Yukio now through the air. He finds the shot. The defender was right there, but he beats him to the ball. Flipside's got the lead back.
Really good pass coming across from Cookser. Just extra light off that tap. There was two players in position. You saw one coming across, retreating, trying to make a save, but Yukio up too early. The communication was their big problem. Talking to Mystic while they were going into Northern Arena and the rest, they're like, what have we been doing? We've been telling Yukio just to talk more, get involved, get these passes going. And the only way you're able to get up that quickly is if the communication is on point.
Mystic off his back wall. Off a touch from Scrub. It's Fairy Peak now passing back to Pashy. Shot straight down the middle, and Cookser's got it popped up. Yukio's there and beats Fairy Peak to the ball again. Now back down, Scrub Killer with a loft. Pashy airborne, looking to challenge Mystic, but misses. He's scrub kill in the corner, aloft. Fairy Peak tries to go up, but then has to fall back. Sees Cooks are coming in clean. Opts to stay back on defense. Scrub kill up to midfield, but just clears the ball straight into Flipside. Yukio not able to do much with this, but scrub kill gets demolished. He started to challenge. Yukio no Alpha's back wall. Back out to midfield. Fairy Peak will leave it for Scrub, looking for Pashy on the side. Gets the pass back down. Fairy Peak not quite there. Pashy follows it himself. Interesting choice. He keeps the ball in the blue for now. Gets it past Cooks here, but Yukio will get the flick. Mystic up to take the shot. Challenged by Fairy Peak in the midfield. Good plays on both sides of the ball here as Pashy gets one nice and long onto the backboard. Yukio sends it to the side.
All because of the approach from Mystic. That flick was good from Yukio. Just Mystic kind of challenged sideways rather than propelling himself as fast as possible forward. Could have had otherwise, but a bump coming out opens up an option.
Pashy and Scrub Killer will pinch this one out of their goal. Send it all the way to Cookser on the far side. Gets it past Fairy Peak. Scrub Killer now with a response. Fairy Peak stayed up in that corner and he'll get the pass across, but nobody's there to pick it up. It'll be Mystic who gets it out to midfield. Pashy puts it laterally. Yukio doesn't make contact, but Cookser's right there with a nice flank. Pick it up. This one going towards the goal. Scrub Killer will send it away. Cookser trying to get those pinches. Pashy holds on the ball, gets it through one. Cookser up in the corner. He's got Scrub Killer pressuring him, puts it into the midfield, and Mystic looks for it. Yukio helps keep it along. They can't get the full transition, though, as Fairy Peak punts it back in the middle. Flipside holding on to the lead, though, for game one. Does it go right there? It does. Scrub Killer ties the game with 56 seconds remaining.
Trying to watch this one as Cookser retreats, desperately in need of that boost, but because of that extra time it gives Vitality, when he goes to challenge it, it just pinches straight across, and then all it takes is Scrub Killer to put a well-placed shot on the net. And now we're all tied up again. Game number one, a back-and-forth battle between Flipside and Vitality. Kind of what was expected on the desk. They weren't exactly sure, but I think we're going to get a good one because of what Axeltos decided to do in his pick.
That's right. It's all because of the pick.
Yep. The curse has been lifted.
Gets past one. Cooks over the side. Fairy Peak now looking for Pashy up on the wall. He doesn't need to, actually follows it himself, and Scrub Killer moved up pretty far. Flipside has an opportunity here, but Pashy rotated well. Got all the way back. Scrub Killer now lofted it for Pashy. There's no one in a good position as Yukio's retreating backwards, but Fairy Peak demolished. No follow-up, and Vitality will have to regain ball position in their own half. Scrub Killer tried to push it out, but Cookser's got the pressure on. Fairy Peak gets it over to the side, and Yukio will look to set up Mystic. Can he get it through Pashy? He does. There it is. Mystic airborne. Looking for the shot. Dropping it down. The defense holds on. Fairy Peak gets it away with 10 seconds remaining. Looking for overtime possibly. Maybe finish it off here in regulation. It's Mystic past one. Fairy Peak can't do much, and Mystic just eliminating two players. Pashy kills that one back, and Fairy Peak's got one last attempt here. Get it through Cooks there. Mystic tries to get it the other way. It's not going to happen. Overtime in game one.
Conic ears on it. This one's going to settle out, but so far it's been leading towards Flipside. Primarily the more aggressive on offense with bumps and demos coming out and boost and eye. Vitality's held off well.
Yukio past one there, now past two. The goal is just going in. It is. The defense is not there. Yukio eliminates two players, and there was no rotation for Vitality. Flipside wins game one.
Just cut short there. Fairy Peak decides to undercut it rather than going up on the wall. Not exactly sure of the decision there, but Yukio plays it well. He gets underneath the ball on that side wall and pops it above, allowing him to get that shot opportunity. So Flipside, that aggressive play coming out, trusting Yukio and stepping up huge, allowing them to get into game number one.
Flipside, they continue this run. They have won 4 games on the day and only lost 1 so far to Fnatic. They're going to keep on going. Vitality. Gibbs called them the second best team here in Europe. Can they actually get a win over Flipside, or does, and this time, big difference here. Something I want to point out. Yukio scored 2 goals, Cookser scored 1. This might be the first time that we've seen Cookser be outscored by one of his opponents, and it was, or by one of his teammates, and it was Yukio, the player we were looking to keep our eye on.
One that we had a big mention of. He needed to step up for this team because against a team like Vitality, they are going to apply a lot of pressure, especially with Fairy Peak and Scrub Killer trying to dribble it downfield. So a lot of individual effort coming out from Pashy in the beginning for mistakes that were kind of presented to him. But it's good to see Yukio getting involved. It's something that they need to continue to do because it allows Mystic to roam. And I think that's where he looks best, is when he's able to kind of just go about and be like, okay, what's the best thing I can do with this scenario? Bumps, demos, boosts, deny, whatever it is, and then he just falls back in rotation.
Absolutely. So Flipside here getting the win in game one as we move into game two. How does Vitality need to change things up? What do they need to vary? How can they adjust their offense to make it more effective against Flipside?
Some of it just a little bit cleaner. A couple mistakes coming out, and the aspect of rotation like you were talking about. There's a couple times where they just fell apart. Just challenging weird situations. I don't know if it's just because they don't like the pace at which Flipside's playing, because it is pretty controlled. It's a little bit slower than what I think they would prefer. So if they can try to dictate.
Can he get away from Mystic? Pashy's there, puts it in. It's all about the kickoff. Clean, perfect play from Vitality in the beginning of game 2.
The Batmobile is sometimes so unfair with that flick. Just launches it up. Good play from Fairy Peak to set up Pashy. With only 6 seconds in, they take the lead. See if they can continue on.
Scrubkilla was able to win the kickoff and give Fairy Peak uncontested ball control, something you never want to give him. And oh my goodness, they're going to get 2 here. Yukio gets it away, but Pashy, he moved up just a little bit too far. Didn't quite read how Yukio was going to get that save. And Flipside will finally get out of kickoff territory here. Scrubkilla touch off his backside to put it up into the corner. What a setup here as he looks to give it out to Fairy Peak. Cookster's up as well. 2 Batmobiles duking it out. Cookster's able to win it. Past 1. Fairy Peak looks for the touch onto the backboard. Draws Yukio up. Cookster's rotating back in net. Here comes Scrubkilla. Can't get it through Cookster, but still a dangerous situation as Pashy puts it back on the backboard, follows it himself. He's got Fairy Peak lurking out in front. It goes out behind him. A look for the back pass here to Scrubkilla. Mystic. Past 1. Now Scrub. Can't get it through him. Mystic keeps the pressure on. Yukio up on the wall, looking to read Fairy Peak. Couldn't get it past him. No, over to the side. Scrubkilla demolished in the midfield. Open up a little bit of space here. Finally, Mystic will get it past the front line. Scrub puts it over to the edge. Challenge won again by Cooks here. But Scrub will get it back out to midfield. Right now, just alternating contact from these teams. Nobody really able to string together a series of touches. Scrubkilla gets this one away, but Pashy was with them. It's just Fairy Peak back in goal. Cooks are struggling to gain control of this on the wall. Yukio is able to help him out, wrap it around the corner, but Pashy's there. Now getting it back to Scrubkilla. No, intercepted by Cooks here. Pashy now struggling to get the ball out of this corner. It's been here for so long now. Mystic puts it back in again. Here comes Yukio. And Mystic will be able to finish it off. No, it wraps up the post and off the crossbar and out. The pressure was there for Flipside. They had everything they needed. They just couldn't get it in the goal.
Still not over, though, and something to pay attention to for Flipside. The way they're going about challenging. There's plenty of times when the ball wraps to the midfield, and they could double back and cut a rotation to try to keep applying that pressure, but they don't. They make sure to recover, get full boost, and then it allows them to sustain that offense. They're doing a great job of suffocating Vitality on the defense, and a lot of it just has to do with the decision-making about when to challenge, and they're not feeling the pressure to have to force it.
Scrubkilla has gotten it past Yukio. Mystic takes it away from Scrub, but Pashy then able to beat it. Mystic. So midfield 1v1 battles over and over again, just trying to gain control, trying to create opportunities. Scrub looked for Cookser in net, but couldn't find him. Now Fairy Peak underneath 1. Demolition onto Yukio in net, leaves it wide open. Cookster's got to do this by himself against Scrub, and he's not going to be able to. Scrub puts it in, and Vitality's up by 2.
No, that demo absolutely crucial, but a lot of it because of Cookser there. He had Mystic try to play it down. He wanted to pop it up higher, but he ended up not getting it. So that little bit extra delay doesn't allow him to get back into net, and then they open it up, taking advantage of the fact that the misplay on that touch not connecting. Vitality now up by 2.
Vitality with these kickoffs have been brutal. Scrub puts more pressure on. Yukio gets it away. Scrub will maybe look to pass here. Has to bump into Mystic first. He's able to clear it past him, but then Pashy misses the ball. He expected Mystic to get a bit of a contact. Fairy Peak, what an excellent battle there against Cooks here. Mystic out of the corner, setting up Yukio. Cookser falls back, sees Pashy. Past him. Pashy now onto the wall as well. Yukio versus Mystic. Cookser here onto the backboard. Pashy misses, but Fairy Peak gets it off to the side. Defensive Vitality holding on at the last line, and they get it past the entire front line of Flipside. They'll get it all the way back into the corner. Cookser versus Pashy up here on the wall. 2 players that have been playing against each other longer than almost anybody in the RLCS. Very storied matchup there. It's Pashy and Mystic. In the corner, Scrubkilla. All the way back down. Here comes Fairy Peak with the shot. Yukio makes the save, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Cookser tries to get the clear out to Mystic, but Pashy up with the read. No, Mystic gets it back down. And now Scrubkilla back behind Yukio. What an interception. 3 goals for Vitality.
And what looked like a great play from Flipside just shut down. Yukio just not there in time. They had a good give and go up with the wall. and he played it back into the midfield, ready for his teammate to take a shot on net, but Scrub Killer reads it, just sitting patiently, intercept in a wide open net. Vitality bouncing back.
Now Cookster and company here with a minute remaining, down by 3. It's looking like Vitality's going to be able to tie up the series. No sweep in this one. Goes back into the midfield. We'll see Scrub played over to the side, and Yukio maybe look to pass up here to Mystic. Use Cookster on the way, and we'll get the 3-player touch here, but no goal to show for it just yet. Yukio now shooting straight down the middle. He got 2 defenders up here. Comes Mystic in. Can Fairy Peak get it away? He sure can. The shot from Mystic was just right in Fairy Peak's line of his path. And they get it away. No goal for Flipside here. And can Cookster finally do it? No, it's still wide to the corner. 20 seconds remaining. The win definitely in Vitality's books. It's just can Flipside get any morale, get any momentum back on their side. Not looking like it right now, so they're having to play so much defense.
Yeah, just been back and forth at the beginning, but then eventually Vitality kind of started to sneak away with it. Just good decisions on where they're placed, positioning a lot of it, but Vitality now tying up the series.
Scrub Killer doing a lot of work. It's one of the best games we've seen from Scrub here. RLCS, and I love looking at these titles. You mentioned them before the game. I love that Scrub is still rocking an ESL monthly champion title because this is his rookie season here in the RLCS. He hasn't earned a title yet. He'll definitely get at least one. He's hoping to get a few here in the Season 6.
I'm sure he's hungry for those, has been for a long time. The player that has been playing technically this IP for 9 years plus. Guy who's been playing since he's been 6 years old. I think we had a picture in the first week of him. Christmas Day sitting in front of a TV. So it's been a long time coming. We've been wanting Scrub to play in this series, and it's been a pleasure watching them kind of develop throughout the season, even still where they did have that rocky 0-2 start and balanced it out, completely erased those first 2 weeks with another week, and now they're getting props from Gibbs being one of the top 2 teams in Europe.
Well, they bounce back in the season, and they bounce back here in the series so far as they take Game 2. So Game 3, moving on Flipside, they really struggle to get through the defense. The defense really significantly tightened up here from Vitality, and also struggling to shut down anything from the side of Vitality. On offense, they were doing a great job moving up the field, and the kickoffs. Man, Flipside's got to find a way to deal with these kickoffs right now because they were absolutely suppressed every single time.
Something that Scrub Killer, I mean, he has a kickoff pretty much named after him because of how he approaches the ball, just completely kills it right at that midline. And if the rest of the players like Fairy Peak, someone who is fantastic when it comes to their dribbling abilities, you saw what it can open up. So as soon as he gets that, nobody's contesting him. All he's got to do is he can go for a flick, he can set up his teammate, he can put a power shot. Like, what does he want to do? Those options are there. All stemming from Scrub Killer in that kickoff, man. Like you said, they need to shut it down.
Well, Flipside trying to get an early goal here in Game 3. Sent away by Fairy. Across the path here. Cookster and Mystic trying to work together, and they get it back into the orange. Scrub Killer by himself, putting onto the back line. Mystic here out of the corner. Pashy gets a pass, and Fairy Peak's up. Pashy could have gone for Yukio. He didn't even need to. Fairy Peak with enough was a threat, and he finds the goal.
It's kind of curious on this one how it developed. I just think Mystic took a little bit too much time. That initial touch has to go up the wall, unfortunately. But the pressure coming from Vitality, tables have definitely turned. Shutting it down at the midfield, putting it right back in.
Here comes Fairy Peak off the kickoff. Doesn't find it underneath the crossbar, but Cookster and Mystic will be able to tag team this one down the field. He puts it in the goal. Great counterattack to tie the game.
Great counterattack indeed. As soon as Fairy Peak misses that shot, you see everybody else. Scrub's on the corner trying to get boost. Pashy's moving in to help out, and it doesn't matter. A quick touch downfield. Mystic just drops it in.
2 touches. 2 touches after the shot from Fairy Peak, and they find their first goal.
Back and forth again, we go wave.
Every side. Fairy Peak versus Yukio. The ball coming back down. It'll be Mystic. Gains this one as Pashy hung back. Able to take it off of Mystic's contact. Scrub Killer lofting this one. Hooks around the back wall. We'll get a nice clear. The reads there from Pashy. See kills in the midfield. His team very tightly positioned there. They were very aggressively stanced, and Cookster punishes, just gets it right off the top, and Flipside's got the lead.
Exact same situation as the first goal, even though the counterattack was a little bit more spread out. The same scenario, Vitality all pushed up, all grouped together, nobody back on defense. Just having these expectations that it's going to go their way, and they get punished for it. Flipside holding on.
Sorts of simple mistakes that saw them lose series in the beginning of the season. Now seeing them conceding goals here in week 4. Scrub off the wall, left it for Fairy Peak, who gets it past 1, now past 2, but Yukio able to take advantage. Fairy Peak being loosed. Gets the ball all the way back down the field. Fairy Peak now up. Can he get this one to on target? It's just wide, and Yukio gets demolished. Mystic needs to clear this by himself. Pashy puts it onto the backboard. Fairy Peak's up to try and get it lofted here. Can Cookser come back around? He's going to have to play some defense. Scrub, he will miss. That opens up a big window for Flipside, but Fairy Peak's there. Got it through. Now Pashy moving up. Can he find the shot? It's just Yukio in the way, and he gets it off. Finding the save, but Scrub Kill and Fairy Peak trying to work together. Yukio again makes a save, and the pressure continues for Vitality. Pashy will get the boost steal in the corner as well, which will help out a lot. Yukio not able to make contact, and here comes Fairy Peak. The pass across. Here's Scrub. He misses it. It fakes out Mystic. He still holds on to ball control. Now looking down for Pashy to try and drop it on target. Cookser gets it away, but it's not much. Fairy Peak tries to put it in, and Mystic gets the save. The pressure over and over again. Flipside's able to deal with it despite running out of boost over and over again, and finally they've got it out into the orange. Mystic. And follow this one here. Cookser. It's beaten by Scrub Killer. Fairy Peak dropping this one down. Nobody's home, but he can't find the goal himself. Didn't know how to deal with the bounce. Mystic now onto the backboard. It'll be Pashy over towards Scrub. Yukio doesn't make contact. They had a window to shoot. They couldn't find it, but Flipside holding on to the lead as we crossed halftime.
Great play by Flipside as well. Bringing it downfield. The difficulty, though, is all the players on Vitality already retreated and fully boosted up. So rather than allowing them to get possession back as a shot comes in from Cookster, they get a demo. And it stops that rotation.
Pashy out of his corner. Lofted in front of the goal. Here comes Cookser with a shot. Scrub Killer gets it away off the crossbar. What a read from Scrub, knowing he didn't have to go all the way up. Pashy and Fairy Peak tag team this one down the field. Yukio, though, gets it past Scrub. Mystic and Yukio now using the wall as well to move this one methodically into the orange. A good clear comes through from Pashy, and it's Scrub versus Mystic in net. Can he get it past him? No. Mystic with a great tackle to get it away. Fairy Peak now pushing it back to Pashy. Sends the shot on target. Gonna get it behind Cookser? No, the defense just holding on. Monstrous plays on the goal for Flipside to keep this lead at 1.
You saw Mystic's hustle as well. He knew Pashy was the only one who could take that shot, and he beelines to him, just trying to get a demo. It doesn't matter. Just that extra bit of pressure is going to open it up.
Vitality's lucky that one hit the post. An opportunity off the wall. Could have seen a 2-goal lead for Flipside with 1:08 left to go. Mystic moving up. Fairy Peak able to get it past him. And then moving it by himself towards the goal. Cookser will get the save, but can he get a second one as Scrub Killer comes up? He cannot. Scrub Killer puts it in. It's a tie game.
Just unfortunate. A double commit between Mystic and Yukio on that back wall. Second one who went up was just trying to help out. He saw his teammate wasn't going to be able to get there in time, but because of that, rather than the safe approach which they started in game 1, it leaves Cookser back and defenseless. It's 2 saves, too difficult for him to make, and again, we're tied.
Cookser's trying to get this one away, but the pressure's starting to build again for Vitality. It's Mystic keeping this one up near the top. Fairy Peak with a great flick over the top of Cookser. Yukio gets this one, but Pashy's got it on the wall. Now Scrub Killer up trying to take a shot. Couldn't get it towards the goal. Play goes back in for Fairy. Now Mystic versus Pashy. He gets it over the top of the veteran. Coming back in. Mystic sends a shot on target. Sends away, but the goal's left wide open after the double commit. Yukio up, but he can't get onto this ball. It was a great clear from Pashy to relieve some pressure. 20 seconds left. Tied up at 2 apiece. Might be looking at overtime, but Fairy Peak sends this one on target. Cookser gets the save, and Yukio gets the clear. Now moving back down the field, it's just Scrub in the back. Can he beat him? He can. Wins it against Cookser, and Fairy Peak and Scrub now trying to move up. Mystic alone in the corner. Yukio sitting in net. Get it away. Cookser rotates back in. They're holding on, looking like overtime here in game 3, but the ball's still very high. Scrub Killer now into the corner, and Yukio should put this one onto the ground. So he gets it away. Pashy actually finds it back to Fairy Peak. Scrub Killer's moving up, looking for the shot. Not going to find it. It'll touch the ground. No, hits the corner. And Mystic now continuing it on. Cookser's there. Pashy will put it into the ground. Finally, game 3 overtime here against Flipside Tactics.
Another close battle between these two guys. Second overtime. The last time it did go in Flipside's favor in game number 1. And it came from the heroic effort of Yukio.
A bit of an overcommitment on offense here. Mystic has an opportunity but can't engage it. Again, all of Vitality caught in the midfield. This time they don't get punished. Pashy lofting this. Fairy Peek's up. The demolition onto Yukio. The shot was high from Fairy Peek. He had the whole net to shoot at. And now the breakaway all the way down. Scrubkiller will get it away. But the pressure starting to build here for Flipside. Scrubkiller's holding on to this one, getting carried by Cookser into the midfield. Mystic versus Fairy Peek. Fairy Peek gets there first. 37 seconds into overtime, still playing. Scrubkiller will carry it into the corner. Fairy Peek. The clear across the field. Pashy now up, winning that challenge. Fairy Peek moving up behind him. So hold on to the ball. Mystic trying to move this one over. Yukio gets demolished in his own half. Pashy will have a bit of space to work with here, but Cookser able to shut the door. Comes back into the middle. No pressure there from Vitality, and Mystic will have an open field to move up. Fairy Peek now looking for Scrub. Goes up at mid. Didn't make contact, but it drew in a defender anyways, and it was Cookser. Pashy now up on the wall. He's got Fairy Peek out in the middle. Mystic's looking for the demolition. Zones him off to the side. Mystic versus Scrub. Scrub will get the demolition, but Mystic gets the contact. Another demolition here from Scrub. He gets Mystic twice in a row off the respawn, but still no shot able to be created by his teammates. Looking for Mystic once more. Scrub is hunting Mystic right now. Fairy Peek onto the wall. Mystic's there. Key doesn't find anything. No one found any contact, and the follow-up shot from Scrub goes wide. Pashy now into the corner as well. Mystic wins this one. Yukio coming down the field. He's got an open net in front of him. Can he put it in? No. Finally, Fairy Peek comes in from the corner. Scrubkiller will try to carry it back away. Back and forth here, 2 minutes into overtime.
A lot of back and forth. Ton of demos coming up from Vitality, but like you said, just haven't been able to find anything. Flipside's big mistake, though, is their clears have been to the side rather than downfield. Surprise Vitality hasn't been able to punish for it just yet. Could be something that we have to watch out for. Mistakes are pretty much what these guys are waiting for. All it takes is one, and it sets the team up onto match point.
All these teams with one win. This game 3, very important. Mystic puts it down. Yukio's there. Scrubkiller gets the block. 2 minutes and 36 seconds into this overtime, halfway through another game. The touch goes back to Pashy. He waits for control, but chooses to punt anyways. Cookser will pick this one up. Now Fairy Peek. Pass one. Cookser back passes to Yukio. Fairy Peek looks for the read, gets it into the middle. Pashy's there, puts it back up, and where is Scrub? He's looking for the opportunity, trying to read Scrubkiller, trying to read Cookser here. Gets it past one. Yukio back into the corner. Fairy Peek with a shot on target. Cookser makes the save. Now Scrubkiller looking to set up Pashy. The pressure continues here, but no results for Vitality. Feels like they have put up a biblical amount of shots in this game. Only 2 goals to show for it right now. Pashy into the corner. Scrubkiller trying to work with them here. They both get it through, and there's no one in net. Can Fairy Peek drop it in? It's a crazy angle, but he needs to get it past 2 as Mystic comes flying in. And they get the save. Cookser passed another one towards the goal. Pashy sends it to the side right onto Fairy Peek's hood, and he'll carry it across his own net. And we just keep going.
For that last bit of offense, shots 10 apiece, but a heck of a lot of saves for Cookser. 5 for just him. As a pass comes across, can Cookser do it?
Yukio and Cookser tag team this one into the goal. Nearly 4 minutes into overtime. What a play.
Just waiting for it to show up. You saw Fairy Peek trying to get up, but it sneaks on past, and Cookser plays it underneath. Again, another overtime victory for Flipside, now on match point. And Cookser's happy about that one. The wiggle coming out. You see it on your screen there. And he should be after a performance like that in that series.
Don't take Flipside to overtime. They'll do it to you over and over again here. They've got games 1 and 3 in the bag. They win game 4, and they'll have the improbable 2-0 on the day. How crazy would that be?
I don't know how Gibbs is going to feel about trying to do these playoff scenarios, because it is the closest I think we've ever seen it in the history of RLCS.
It gives me, it's just reminiscent of season 2 when we had the 3-way tie at second place.
Right, and now it's like a 6-way tie for maybe who gets top 2. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like it's Dignitas and it's everybody else. You know, that's just how it goes here. And it was Flipside that actually came out on top of that 3-way tie forever ago. So Flipside, maybe luck can be on their side here. The game differential can be on their side this time. And right now, getting a win over Vitality would seriously help their case.
Yeah, these guys, obviously, a lot of these matches come down to the wire, and they could go either way. I mean, the one I think about the most is probably Ghost, just because they always go to Game 5. Literally always go to Game 5. And it's just crazy that it could come down to literally one goal, and it could be a completely different situation for their season. So these guys, obviously, there's a lot of pressure on them. They need to make sure they secure this victory. And Flipside now in a poised position to do it. It's just, you have to close out the series, and it's not an easy thing to do against a team like Vitality.
The amount of times Vitality was up on offense with opportunities to score where they just couldn't put it in the net. They had free shots that went unused. And those sorts of mistakes will see you lose games in the RLCS. Now here in Game 4, Utopia. Flipside on match point. Mystic looks to play this one away. Scrubkilla is up in his net, and he'll get that one back down to Pashy. Fairy Peak now with the long ball. Cookser puts it back in midfield. Scrubkilla can't beat Mystic, and it goes back into the corner. Pashy gets this one past one, but Yukio's there. Strong hits from Vitality over and over again. Not really controlling the ball, just conceding control, sending it back to Flipside. Been kind of the story of the whole series. Here comes Pashy though, sending a shot towards Cookser. It's popped back up. Scrubkilla, no Fairy Peak, rather up, and he gives it down to Scrubkilla. This shot blocked again by Cookser. The defense holds on, and we just continue right where we left off in Game 3. Fairy Peak off his back wall. Scrubkilla past one. Fairy Peak looking for the shot, but blocked by Yukio. Scrub now. There for Mystic. Pashy trying to pass. The interception from Mystic. Yukio and Cookser moving up together. Just got Scrub to deal with right now. 3 men pressuring him. He can't get it through. Pashy comes in from the side and gets a clear. Scrubkilla up to midfield.
You just see how fast Flipside transitions. All 3 of them back on defense. And as soon as Cookser intercepts that one, they all just start flying towards the net. Fortunately, they don't get anything for it, but the offense has been there. They're finally starting to apply some pressure, as the first minute and a half has pretty much been all Vitality.
And this ball going back across. Pashy up past one. Now a 3-man push here for Vitality. Scrub trying to lurk at the midfield, respecting Yukio and Cookser here. So fall back, you should be able to make the save, get it over to Pashy, but the interception from Yukio comes in. Very telegraphed play. So Mystic out of his own corner now. Off the clear from Vitality. Can't get it past one. The pass comes through to Fairy Peak. Sends the shot downtown. Scrubkilla trying to get the goalies, but they both go up and they both are able to make contact, a meaningful contact, back up to midfield. And Mystic will play it into the orange. Flipside trying to hold on to this game. Matching Vitality blow for blow. Matching them at the point of contact over and over again. Playing at their speed. Looking like a team that's ready to win.
That could have been a dangerous one. Yukio was approaching, but Mystic had an extra touch to play it back. Got 2 players retreating, both with minimal boost, and Cookser just expended all of his. This could be a chance for Vitality.
Mystic up to Cookser, shot towards the goal, and Scrubkilla gets it away. Now following up his own touch, gets it past Yukio as well, and Fairy Peak moves into challenge. The read's not quite there. Now to Yukio, finds the shot on target. No, it's just high. The follow-up's there, though, from Cookser, and Flipside's got everything they need to win.
Beautiful touch from the whole team. You saw Mystic flying across for that challenge early, and it just goes straight to Yukio, who sets it up even better right off the crossbar and back. Makes it nice and easy on a silver platter for Cookser. And now back in the lead. They were able to hold off in both their matches, although they did go to overtime. Curious to see if they can do it here. 2 minutes, a lot of time against Vitality, who has been primarily up on offense.
The player to watch was Yukio, and he has made a massive difference in this series for Flipside. 2 players commit on that one, but they still got onto the backboard, and Cookser will keep the pressure in. Fairy Peak looks to pass it out, but there's nobody there to work with. The Scrubkilla is back in his own corner. Pashy now up on the wall, doesn't make contact. Fairy Peak has to get in. He gets it off the post. Cookser will come in to keep the pressure on. Still say thank you to the woodwork.
Yeah, lucky on that one. Nobody expecting that.
Cookser straight down the middle. Can he finish it off himself? No, he doesn't have the velocity. Mystic trying to drop it across the field. Cookser, what a pass to Yukio, but Scrubkilla gets the block. The defense holds on for now. Cookser, though, keeping the pressure here. Vitality has to find a way to get out of their own half. Right now, they're just completely smothered. It's Mystic continuing to push this one down. Blocks Scrubkilla, and I think he got that boost, too. As Cookser puts this one back. Yukio up to 2v1, just kills it and bumps them both out of the way. Cookser versus Fairy Peak. It drops back into Flipside's territory, but with 1 minute remaining, Flipside looking clean. The fast, the infield play ties it up. Pashy finally finds the accuracy Vitality needs.
I was going to say 1 goal is not enough because you know what happens with Pashy at 0 seconds, and this time they don't wait. A beautiful pass to the midfield and then a boomer to the back of the net. They tied up 54 seconds left. Vitality to stay alive in this series. Flipside just trying to close it out and go 2 on the week.
Well, Vitality has had opportunities to score time and time again and not been able to find out a great pass. The infield plays from Cookser and company. They match them blow for blow, and they take the lead right back.
That is a crucial response when it's needed most. Wasting no time, only 10 seconds to put that goal in. A great pass, an even better shot placed. Flipside again, back and forth they go.
Yu-Gi-Oh finishes it off. Back off the wall here. The 1-goal lead again. 38 seconds this time. Mystic comes in. Scrub Killer will get it away. Cookser gets it off of his hood, and Fairy Peak will look for the pinch. Scrub Killer looking for boost right now? No, looking for the pass now as Pashy tries to move up. Can he find his team captain? No, he loses control, and Fairy Peak gets it back across. Pashy's just not quite sure what to do. The pressure comes through from Flipside in the midfield, and they get it back in front of the box. Mystic, he's got Cookser to work with across the field, and he finds him even with the demolition. Flipside's going to take this one home.
Hey, man, you said he was looking for the boost, and you were right. Even though he was getting the pass, Scrub Killer completely out of position. He only had 12 boosts that he expended to get back, and then it was just too much. Flipside really starting to crash the net. They know what Pashy can do at that 0-second mark, and rather than playing passive and turtling back on defense, they're bringing all this aggression out, and man, is it paying off.
Pashy, 10 seconds remaining. Scrub Killer needs this shot to go in, and Yukio says not today. Sends it away. Pashy puts it back in, but no. Cookser will get it over the top of the front line and seal the deal. Flipside Tactics, 2 wins on the day. Axeltos got it right. Congratulations, bud. Do they get one more for the road? They do. Mystic finally gets a goal in this game. What a play from this team.
Flipside Tactics, man. I am so impressed by how they played. Initially, very controlled, very patient in their decision. And then Vitality's like, we are not going to let that slide. They start playing this aggressive play style, and then Flipside just cleans it up. Really well done by them.